in conversation with Dr. G. Parameshwara, the current Home Minister of Karnataka, a visionary leader known for his contributions to public service, governance and education. Apart from being a political veteran, as the Chancellor of Sri Siddhartha Academy of Higher Education, he has empowered thousands of students with quality learning opportunities. So we sat down with him to discuss on world education, national policies, and how as the Chancellor he has outdone himself for Sri Siddhartha.
My father had a vision. See, those days where education was not available to every section of the society, particularly in rural areas. And his vision was to provide opportunities to everybody, irrespective of caste, creed and everything. So that is why we kept a caption, university caption, has reached the unreachable. That is our caption. The meaning is that there are lots of people in the rural areas who are not one, opportunity, two, affordability, and three, of course, priority. Beating all this, we still have to give them an education, at least basic. Karnataka is one state where right from beginning of the century, the education was on a priority list in terms of providing facilities. Even the Maharaja of Mysore was giving his priority to education and health. So that continued after independence. And that is where my father came into picture. He was a true Gandhian. He thought, providing education to the rural mass will definitely bring in a lot of change, in the entire society. So that was one thing. And we carried that. We are still carrying that.
What has been your biggest achievement for Sri Siddhartha?
After I took over from my brother who passed away, who was the first Chancellor of Siddhartha Academy of Higher Education, my vision was to improve the quality of our education system in our university and provide opportunities in many ways. One, within the syllabus which we were imparting. The other was little out of the syllabus, which are practical in nature. So we sat together, myself and other faculty. We thought, what is it that the other universities don't teach our students? For instance, medical students, they had to handle so many electronic gadgetries which are computer-based. So if the doctor does not have that computer knowledge, we thought by teaching a basic computer knowledge, and he will be equipped with that knowledge to operate all those equipments, analyze the data, and would be able to give a better report. The other things, what is it that world is looking at in terms of equipping a graduate when he goes to the field? See, we teach so many things in engineering, in dental, in medical, but many of it is not practical in nature, many of it theoretical. So we thought we'll look at various things to provide them, those opportunities. And world is changing at a very fast speed, so we also have to change. That is why we introduced so many courses like artificial intelligence, cyber security, data analytics, in addition to all the regular computer science, information science and so on. So that was our challenges. Research is a very broader term. Specifically, which is it that area which requires broader research programs? In fact, many funding agencies, for instance, Science and Technology, even the Medical Council, they all look for something new, something different, not the same old stuff. So we also fall in line with that. We also look for hypotheses which are new in particular field. So that is what we look for. And we encourage such things. And many a times students comes with new ideas. Those ideas have to be converted into hypotheses and then develop a project schedule and then conduct the research. What is the outcome? We do not know at that point of time. So, but definitely new innovations. So we try to do that. And many systems in engineering, medical, all this, we have done. We have done some new research programs and findings. All those things, we normally publish in national, international journals.
In terms of the industry academy relationship, how much does it influence bring in all placements and all internship and all the extra opportunity for the students at Sri Siddhartha?
See, industry always look for quality. When they come for campus recruitment, particularly in engineering, they look for the best of the student. And that is why I said how you train those graduates is very, very important for us. So So we build a practical relationship between industry, whichever industry is coming to campus, and also whichever area specifically they want to look for. And these are certain things which bridge the academia and the industry. And we have done this for so many years and we are successful in it. And Infosys comes to our campus, IBM comes to our campus. So these are all in a particular computer area. They are the leaders. When they come and select our students, that is the kind of an assessment for us, like, okay, we are doing well, our students are doing well.
In terms of the gender ratio, considering the local population, how do you boost specifically women taking part in higher education? Because this is still lacking. We can't deny this. A lot of women are pushed towards marriage at an early age itself. So how do you ensure that?
No, that is not true.
Urban population is still okay.
No, that is not true. If you come to our engineering college, I'll show you. Come to our medical college. These technical education, women never used to go. But today, if you see the scenario, it is more than 50%. 50% are girl students in medical, engineering, dental. You take these courses which are specialized courses, but 50% are women. So that is a tremendous change in terms of our way of looking at women as a educated person. India has changed. It's not like some of those other countries where women are not allowed to even go to universities. We as India have done extremely well. That is why gender equality in all areas today is much better, and women are doing extremely well in all fields. Be it engineering. If you go to any IT company, majority of them, all the software engineers are all women. So see, if you see that scenario, I think we have done well and we are going to face those challenges.
What do you think is the future of education in India? Let's talk about Karnataka in specific. What do you think? And this can be a little bit controversial thing. What is the difference between state education policy and new education policy? You think why this change was important for Karnataka at least?
We produce millions of graduates with the old education system. Education system started as a policy first in 86. Although 52 we had some sort of a thing, but that 86 was the first policy, education policy. That education policy, minor modifications here and there every time, produced people like C.N.R. Rao, produced people like U.R. Rao, produced people like our past president. All this, the old system. Millions of doctors went abroad, engineers went abroad. They did very well, excelled very well. To me, what was the need for it? Government of India to bring in a change at that point of time. Change? Okay, fine. But what is the change?
Cross-disciplinary.
So, you have to make Indian education system strong in such a way you actually preserve your culture. On that footing, you will have to give them education and then again go forward. That was already happening. A section of people kept away from learning process. They were not given an opportunity in education. Now, 86 onwards, it was available. Everybody got same opportunity to learn. What is it special in terms of matching the rest of the world? The thing is, now you have to compete with the rest of the world more so than before. That is what we need to change. Not every small things create issues in the society and bring in difference of opinion among the society. So that should not happen. People who are in the field of providing educational opportunities, they should keep it in mind. Number one is quality education. Two, provide opportunities to everybody equally. And three, very competitive, because education is not just education anymore. It contributes a bigger percentage in terms of economy. If you see 30 years back, education was, to provide knowledge, to provide this, okay, to an extent some salaries. But now, education is a business kind of. See, you provide raw material and that raw material will bring in millions of dollars. So it has become a sort of economic activity as well. So my suggestion to people who are in the field of education is, you combine all this put together and then treat this education field in that way, rather than just simply education.